the sinking fund provision can be implemented in two ways. So there are two ways in which you can implement the sinking fund provision. Okay, one way is that the issuer will buy bond in market. Second way the issuer says is issuer will buy from investor. Okay. Now when the issuer buys from the investor, he will be buying at the face value. So when the issuer buys from the investor, he will buy at face value. When the investor buys in the market, he will buy at the market price. Now this option to select or this option to select, it is with the issuer. Issuer can select this option whenever he want, or he can select this option whenever he want. Okay. Now let's say I have a quick question. You are a issuer. You are issuer. This is option 1. This is option 2. Which option will you select? On what factor you will take a decision whether you will go for 1 or you will go for 2? Price. Now if the market price is greater than face value, then so you will select option 1. If market price is less than face value, you will select option 2. Okay, because what is happening is if the market price is, let's say, 102, why you will buy it from market? Okay, you will have to pay only $100 to these guys. You will pay them $100 and get rid of 100 bonds. Okay, but if the market price is, let's say, $95, it's better for you to buy from the market 100 bonds and retire them. Okay, so what you do is, okay, this method, but every year you have to select only 10% of the people, right? So out of the 1,000 bondholders in the first year, you have to select 10%. So what you do is you perform lottery. So this method is also known as lottery method, wherein what you do is you do lottery, and the 10% unlucky people, you will select them and you will give them the money. Why I am calling them as unlucky? Because what is happening is they could sell the bond in the market at 102, but you are paying them only 100. So that is why they are unlucky. Please note that if you are able to buy the bond at 100, can we say that it's forced? It's forced. So if your name comes in the lottery, you will have to give the bond. Okay, everything is written in the indenture. Okay, but same way, can I say that in a similar to the callable bond, why will the price be more than the 100? Can you have a situation where the price of the bond is more than the 100? In the callable case, we say that when the issuer can call back the bond, we are saying that the bond cannot be more than the call price. But why heck it is becoming more than the price at which the issuer can buy the bond? Why you are still seeing the market that the bond is trading at 102? Note that here the bond is trading at 102 because at any time only 10% of the people will be selling the bond at 100. Getting it? There are 90% of the people who are not supposed to sell at 100. As a result, what happens is, so only 90% of people they can sell at any price. 10% of the people they have to sell at 100. Okay. Now you do not know who are these 10% people. So what we can say is, because of this, the price can be more than 100. However, in case of callable bond, what happened is, if the bond is being called, it implies all the people will have to surrender. In that case, all the people had to surrender. Here, only you have to surrender. Only those 10% will have to surrender. Okay, that is why the price of the bond can be greater than 100. What the bond issuer will do is, okay, in the lottery method, what it will do? So it will select 10%. Okay, so their name it will get, and it will give them the money, and the issuer will have only 900 bond after that. In case of the market purchase, what the issuer will do is purchase the bond, let's say at price of 95. Okay, once it is purchased the bond, it will transfer all the bond to custodian. Okay, and to the custodian he will say that this is the bond. What you do is you eliminate this bond. So the bonds will be eliminated. It will be removed. So then you have only 900 bonds present. Okay. Here what happens is, in the lottery they will do a lottery. From the custodian they will get that whoever name is there. So what they will do is, the issuer will transfer the money to the custodian. So issuer will pay money to the custodian or whoever is in charge, and the custodian will pay the money to the bondholders. So many times what happens is, this process is also called as lottery, or it is also called as through custodian, because you are giving the money to the custodian who is giving to the bondholders. This method is called as your market purchase method.